Hey guys, what's going on? This is Roth, and I am here with Alfie. Alan, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
You probably know him as Theon Greyjoy.
Reek.
Now Reek.
Now Reek.
Yeah. Well, that's actually my first question. We're here to talk about the release of the Season 3 Blu-ray, and one of the most interesting things I think about Season 3 was how they cleverly managed to keep your character a part of things, versus in the book, he sort of disappears. So I wonder what those conversations were like with David Benioff. Did you know his fate?
Well, one of the conversations was, I actually, because of, the lack of Theon in book 3, I thought he, because they're now sort of they're making their own of it, David and Dan,
Right.
they're not following the book so closely, and George is absolutely fine with that. He likes to see some sort of fresh air be put into it, which is great. And I thought I was maybe going to be killed off at the end of the second series, so they played a bit of a prank on me and told me I was they gave me a fake script and told me I was going to die. So that was sort of a conversation that I was having with them, was like, am I still going to be in it? Am I still going to be there? And
That's
they were just
so
like,
mean.
Exactly. It's funny though. It's funny. They've got a great sense of humour, David and Dan. So they let me sit on that for a while, and then I was just on holiday. And they called me up and was like, so what did you think of your death? Did you like it? And I was like, oh yeah, it's great death. It's brilliant. And they're like, okay, how do you feel about being a zombie for the next series? I was like, yeah, I'll go with that. And okay, how would you feel about being a zombie with no dialogue whatsoever?
What did you say to that?
I was like, and then I realised it was a wind-up. And I was like, you guys are having me on, aren't you? And they were like, yeah.
Well, how far? I mean, how far would it have to be for you to say no? I mean, how much do you want to be in the show? Would you be a zombie?
I want to be in the show as much as I can.
Yeah.
I would be a zombie if it required it. Yeah, for sure. It'd have to be an interesting zombie, but yeah, I would definitely be up for playing a zombie for sure.
How did they kill you? Who killed you?
Oh, Bran.
Bran killed you?
Yeah, Bran comes in, stabs me in the heart, and goes, "This is our Winterfell, not yours."
That's awesome.
I thought it was great. It's in the book. It's in the Game of Thrones book. There's like the fake sides, because they did one for Kit as well, where he had a scarred face, and that was quite funny. But yeah, they like doing that a lot.
That is amazing. I kind of want to see that happen. Is that on the Blu-ray? Are there any? I know that they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of shooting a fake scene like that. That would be really fun for fans. Are there any sort of Easter eggs or things like that you're looking forward for people to see on the Blu-ray? Little deleted torture scenes?
No, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't really. I find it hard enough to watch them myself. So
do you?
Yeah. So to be looking forward for other people to see deleted torture scenes, I don't know, but it's there's definitely some moments where I drew upon my own sort of
Torture?
Experiences. Yeah, just sort of, you can't really ever try and recreate torture, right? Or you can give it a go, but as an actor, I'm trying to recreate a pain that I've obviously never felt before, and it's a physical pain, so that's quite hard. And then, the sort of the mental aspect of what happens to someone when that happens to them is I definitely researched that quite a bit. But it was a dark series to shoot for sure, and I come away from it feeling quite depressed sometimes, and I wouldn't really be able to figure out why. I'd go, why am I feeling like this? And then it would take until the end of shooting series 3 that I kind of figured out, oh, that's why I would come away feeling really bad.
I've been tortured for 6 months.
Exactly.
I mean, mentally, at least, I think probably when you're an actor and if you're really accessing those moments, of course, you're not feeling that physical pain, but your body might slightly get confused, you know what I mean, and kind of take on the imprint of that pain.
Without a doubt, yeah, and I think that's probably what was happening, but it was... It was a great experience to be able to, have a go at and be able to try and do it. But at the same time, it was quite harrowing as well.
Yeah. Well, is that kind of how you sort of jump out of it and keep it light? Do you play pranks, things like that, to get yourself out of it at the end of the day?
I think so. Yeah.
Are you all Daniel Day-Lewis?
It's. I'd like to say that. I'd love to say that I'm Daniel Day-Lewis.
Do you go home and hang on a cross?
No, but I mean, I definitely. It would be really tough to go completely method with that, I was trying to lose a lot of weight at the time to sort of replicate what Theon would not be being fed, but it was very, very tough to have to go through that dark emotional state and then have to try and go through the sort of physical aspect of it as well. I think I pushed it as much as I could. I did my best. So.
How did you work on set? How did you create that dynamic on set with Ramsey? I mean, did you not talk at all? Did you want him to remain as much of a sort of mystery or an abhorrence to you, or did you weirdly get close?
No, I thought it was quite important to become friends to start off with.
For trust.
For trust, and to be with two actors acting in a room, and we potentially would be doing that for a very long time together. So I think don't get me wrong, it was weird at first trying to sort of form a friendship when we're doing all these horrible things with each other during the day, and then at night we'd go off and have dinner together and have a glass of wine. But it was I think it was quite important, like you said, to just build up that trust between us and to be able to just really bounce off each other as actors. And by the end of series 3, me and him were very excited to see what we'd done, and we were just very, very, very excited about it.
And there wasn't really, I mean, that's the other thing, is that there wasn't really anybody but the two of you to sort of bond with.
Yeah.
Is it exciting for you when you get to see the series in full and see what everyone, and even some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, and see what your fellow actors have been up to? Yeah,
without a doubt. Yeah. I mean, for me, I become a fan when I watch Game of Thrones, because I mean, when my stuff comes on, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't really like watching it, but I definitely love seeing what's going on with everyone else, and because we don't really get to see that much of each other anymore. We did in the first couple of series, but now it's very, very fragmented, and our storylines are very separate, and it's such a well-oiled machine that there's no crossovers anymore, where there used to be sort of crossovers, but now it's in and out straight away.